Welcome everyone to the Cutest Elwood Girl Elimination game. This will make our 6th elimination game, and today's theme features the cuties from the Offer TV series. It started out more like an experiment, but folks insisted that we keep it rolling, so here we are. Now, for those that are getting ready to ask me questions like where's Offer's mom, this one is a Cute Cup elimination game. Much like the previous version, it's specifically geared towards giving the younger characters a chance at winning. Let's not forget to mention that Offer has been around for 20 years. There's a lot of other appealing background characters not featured on this board. For example, there's this chocolate-colored bunny named Katie, who I regret not being able to add because she was a background character for only one episode. For this game, out of 12, I narrowed it down to the best looking and most recognizable characters. And when I say best looking, I mean Jenna was already disqualified, because that design was a mistake. That also applies to Egghead Emily too. Oh, trust me, I'm gonna be talking a lot of shit. Anywho, it's time to call out the names. D.W, Sue Ellen, Marina, Muffy, Lydia, Fletcher, LaDonna, Prunella, Nadine, Francine, Fern, and Molly. Molly is the only veteran on this board. Everybody else has never been in a previous elimination game. Now, this will make the 4th time that our red-headed bunny has been featured. The first 2 times, unfortunately, wasn't that kind to her. In our first ever, which was the hottest bunny girl game, she got put out at 11th. Though granted, she was going up against a lot of heavy hitters. Then when we got to our very first Cute Cup elimination game, she did even worse. That game became a whole feud, but it needed to be used as a learning lesson. Don't bully girls off the board for petty reasons. Then a few years ago, we had something called Miss Bunny Girl 2018, which was pretty much a remake of the hottest bunny girl elimination game, minus Cream the Rabbit and Panini. Now what made this a little different was, it wasn't just the channel voters participating, it was also the outside voters from Google+. Now, since Molly had such a rough time prior to this, I added an alternative option, Patricia Bunny, Lola Bunny's mother from the Looney Tunes show. It was a game of Tomboy versus MILF. If Molly could beat Patricia, she would get on the board, and well, I asked Google Plus who was the sexier looking rabbit. Out of 270 votes, Molly squashed Patricia. It was almost a complete burial, 73% to 27. Granted though, I had a hard time trying to find a better picture for Patricia. Google Images just suck. But this wasn't nothing but like 2 years ago. The voters knew who Patricia was. If they really wanted her to win, she would have won. Now you just know, some uppity fucker is gonna be like, but she's just a child. Or maybe there's an alternative reason. Maybe people just like tomboys. Maybe people just like redheads. There's this thing in life called the gray area, ladies and gentlemen. We should try considering that first. Even though Miss Bunny Girl 2018 was a ladder style elimination game, Molly was still living her best life. She made it all the way to 5th. People have been ranking characters based on sexuality, personality, skills, etc. since forever. They don't stop at anthropomorphic animals. And that video is indeed still uploaded. You should try checking it out. But now we're here, and the time for talk is over. It's time to see who everybody voted as the best Offer girl. When it's the first week, you can expect a lot of characters on the board to go untouched, especially when there's not a lot of voters to begin with. Sue Ellen, Muffy, Lydia, Fletcher, LaDonna, and Fern were those girls that were not touched, while D.W. and Nadine took a punch to the stomach, while Francine, Molly, and Marina only took lighter jabs. With 17 votes, it looks like Nadine is going bye-bye. I must say, there is something incredibly ironic about the actual imaginary character being put out before all the other imaginary characters. Well, farewell Nadine, you meat-wad looking ass. Dude, she got the circular head and tooth and everything. You know, if these girls were real, what we're doing would not be helping their self-esteem. I mean, you gotta make it to 10th place, that's where most power ratings start. And it looks as though Prunella won't even be getting that, as she got the highest vote count for the week with 16. And while she will be going bye-bye, D.W. is right behind her with an ominous 11. And for another week, the voters pay no attention to Fern, Fletcher, and Lydia. It looks like without Nadine on the board, Molly and Sue Ellen also shot up as well. We'll see how that affects week 3, but for now, say goodbye to Cleo Diller's alternate dimension two-legged cousin. They're both under PBS, it's gotta be canon! Week 3 means we're finally done with the drop-off slots and can finally start our top 10. So yeah, according to the numbers, D.W. escaped another week, while Sue Ellen is the one that lost. Really guys? Sue Ellen before D.W? Really? I don't know about that, but okay. I guess the ass wasn't fat enough. For week 3, outside the small fake out, the numbers stayed pretty consistent. I guess there isn't much else to say besides Sue Ellen has been eliminated and move on. For this week there was a total of 32 voters. That's generally how it starts out. But just wait till more girls are off the board and more people start joining in. Then these numbers are going to start getting harsher. That's when you'll be able to start measuring a character's popularity based on how much people want to single target them or leave them alone. On the board for week 4 we had a total of 33 votes. On this week, they finally caught up to DW. So the voters were nice enough to let Bratty D.W. get to 9th place. That's interesting. You like D.W., don't you, Squidward? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got some viewers that like her irritating ass more than they want to admit to. Just go ahead and let it out, sir. While Fletcher and Fern begin to show chinks in the armor, the numbers still remain pretty stagnant. There also seems to be some sort of pattern with Marina. I guess whoever thought she was worthy of leaving early decided to cease fire for now. It's also not looking too good for Muffy, but will she escape persecution next week is the question. For now, say goodbye to Dora Winifred Reed as we move on to week 5. I don't know what Muffy did to earn that 26, but that 26 should be considered both child and animal abuse. You guys should be ashamed for what you did to Best Monkey. Shame! Muffy Crosswire, come on down. You're the first contestant on Catch a Beat Down. So, this is week 5 and there's a total of 43 votes on the board. I must ask a question to the new viewers that did not participate in the voting process with us. Based on where we are now, do you think you would be able to guess who the winner will be when this is all over? I must warn you, before you place your bets, things tend to go sideways the closer we get to the end. At this point, you're probably thinking, oh, Marina's so adorable and nobody's touched her for weeks, she can't possibly lose. And then you probably look over at Molly and think to yourself, there's no way in the world the biggest bully on the show is gonna get any further. Why not place your bets on LaDonna? She's not that bad looking either. What, you don't trust me? If you ain't confident now, let's see how you'll feel once we're on week 6. Two little monkeys jumping on the bed. Muffy fell down and took Francine with her. But when you compare numbers, Muffy got a fractured skull while Francine got a bruise. It seems it was decided that anything monkey was not good enough to go past 7th and 8th place. So with 18 votes, this is where the sidewalk will end for Francine. I'm gonna move this one right along, but as I look around the board I don't see much change, but there is an ominous spike on Fern. If you were rooting for her, well, you might want to enjoy her while you can. There we go, now that's what I'm talking about. On week 7, it finally became a competition. Every girl this round, outside of Fletcher, has received some form of spike in the votes. Molly, 8. Marina, 2. Lydia, 6. Fletcher, 1. LaDonna, 16. And Fern gets stomped on with 24. The vote total on this week was 57, surpassing week 5. It was around this point I had to delay the game because I was having computer issues. It was like a good 5 months before we started up again. But like I said, folks wanted this to continue and here we are. Now giving the axe to Fern, who won't make it into the top 5. And now it's official. Molly, Marina, Lydia, Fletcher, and LaDonna are the top 5. I can say this is likely going to get exciting for some and depressing for others. And well, if you were cheering for Lydia, it's now depressing. Now for those that don't know, Lydia is actually somebody's original character that became canon. For her to make it to the top 5, that's actually pretty good. And while everybody else is getting an uptick, it's starting to look like deja vu with Molly. As we go on to week 9, Lydia will be rolling her ass off the board. 4 girls left, 3 more to go. Fletcher, 6. Marina, 30. Molly Macdonald, 8. And LaDonna, 15. Now I bet you there's somebody probably saying, hey yo, get the popcorn, it's the bottom 4, Jawbreaker finna cut somebody out soon. Actually, no. Whatever steam I did have, I let it out before the video. If you are a Marina fan and you didn't like the results, you gotta take it up with the people who voted. Not me though, I just counted up the votes. I was actually vouching for the sight deficient rabbit. I made sure that this was the girl everybody wanted to remove and extended the time to vote. I was thinking, If there was one girl on this board that could legit threaten Molly, it was Marina. In the end, folks didn't change their mind, so here we are. At least, she can't see this coming. And to think, we were almost so close to having an all-bunny brawl. You guys could have sacrificed the cat. She had 9 lives. Maybe. Well, with that devastating 23, she is definitely getting tossed out of the window now. Maybe she'll land on her feet. Okay, Jawbreaker, that's enough puns out of you, sir. As we scroll down to Molly and LaDonna, well, the gap between the two is not a good sign of things to come for LaDonna. As a matter of fact, there really ain't much else to do but to count down to the big winner. The final result is Southern Barbecue Rabbit, courtesy of LaDonna. Molly 8, LaDonna 46. On behalf of Playfur Cinema to the fans of Molly Macdonald, congratulations, she is your Cutest Elwood Girl Elimination Game champion. Even though she doesn't do cute, but sometimes it's cuter when they don't want to be cute. Anyway, thank you all for tuning in. Remember, if you liked today's video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe for future videos, and remember to hit that notification bell. My name is Jawbreaker, and I thank you for watching Playfur Cinema.